Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene. And hello to our Zoom friends. We are glad you're with us today. My name is Robin Sean Smallford. I use the pronouns he, him. I am a tall white man with a beard and long hair wearing a blue Hawaiian type shirt today. I am this morning's worship associate, and I do want to acknowledge, as Joe said, this is it's not unique type service, but it is unusual for us. We are sitting all together at tables instead of in chairs, rows of chairs. This will be a short worship service, just 30 minutes. And then we'll take 30 minutes to eat and move right into our Futures Lab at 11 o'clock. And we should be finished by 2 o'clock. And now Michelle Wyckoff and Heather Sean Smallford have an announcement.
Good morning. My name is Heather Sean Smallford. I use she, her pronouns. I am a middle-aged, dark-haired woman whose lost height has manifested elsewhere in my body. And I'm wearing a mostly blue shirt.
Good morning. I'm Michelle Wyckoff. I'm an older white woman with silver hair with a purple streak, and I also am wearing a blue printed top this morning.
It's so great to have coffee every Sunday here at UUCE, isn't it?
Oh, you know, it surely is. It's just wonderful. You know, I've been helping out with coffee for 8 years now. What about you, Heather?
It's been 19 for me.
Oh my goodness, that's just really incredible. How do you explain your dedication?
Besides insanity, you mean? Yeah. No, I like to think that conversations after service around coffee and tea are just as important as the service itself for people to connect with each other. And it's a way for me to meet people too, because I'm not great at introducing myself, but everybody comes through the coffee line eventually.
You know, it's the same for me. The idea of meeting people and socializing and helping out the church at the same time, that's really appealing to me.
Maybe it's time for us to let some other people in on the fun, though.
You know, I bet there are plenty of people sitting in this room who enjoy Sunday coffee and who wouldn't mind volunteering every little now and then to help. But, you know, maybe they just don't know what to do or how to do it or what we need.
Well, as a matter of fact, next Sunday, they can show up and we can show them exactly what to do. And really, any Sunday they can show up and we can show them exactly what to do because Michelle and I, chances are, will be here.
It takes about an hour after the service to put out the coffee and clean up afterwards. And we would really appreciate any help at all.
So feel free to join us next Sunday for a little tutorial so that you can feel more comfortable signing up. Thank you.
Now let us enter into a time of worship by lighting the flaming chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. And I opted to get all the Sean Smallfords up here today, so Rhiannon and Sean Smallford will be lighting the chalice as I share these words from Howard Zinn. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live in defiance of all that is bad around us is itself a marvelous victory. To be hopeful in bad times is based on the fact that human history is not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, and kindness. And now let's say together the words of our mission, which affirm our shared purpose. Empowered by love, we transform ourselves and serve our world.
Good morning. My name is Jen Youngsun, and I serve this congregation as its minister. I use pronouns she and her, and today I'm wearing a purple stole and a black top. And I'm just looking around at your faces today and so happy that so many of you have joined us on this Futures Lab Sunday. Today is, of course, also the first day of autumn. It is the equinox. It's a time of equal daylight and equal night. A time of year when nature teaches us about balance, right? About equanimity, to not be overwhelmed by one thing or another, but to find that balance that we observe in nature, we can also observe in our own nature. Thank you all for being here today. I want to share these words by Wendell Berry. This is actually a reading in our hymnal. Wendell Berry says, "If we will have the wisdom to survive, to stand like slow-growing trees on a ruined place, renewing, enriching it, if we will make our senses welcome here, asking not too much of earth or heaven, then, a long time after we have died, the lives our lives prepare will live here. Their houses, strongly placed upon the valley sides, fields and gardens rich in the windows. The river will run clear as we have never known it, and over it, the birdsong like a canopy. On the levels of the hills will be green meadows, stock bells in noon shade. On the steeps where greed and ignorance cut down the old forest, an old forest will stand, its rich leaf falling, drifting onto its roots. The veins of forgotten springs will open. Families will be singing in the fields. In their voices, they will hear a music risen out of the ground. They will take nothing out of the ground that they do not return. Whatever the grief at the parting, memory native to this valley will spread over it like a grove, and memory will grow into legend. Legend into song, and then song into sacrament. The abundance of this place, the songs of its people and its birds will be health and wisdom and indwelling light. This is no paradisal dream. Its hardship is our possibility. May it be ever so. I invite you now into a time of silence, time of meditation, a time of loving kindness. Find within yourself, within your spirit, a posture of dignity. Relax where you are. Notice the waves of breathing come in and out. Breathe with the feelings that you find here. And bring to your mind someone who has loved you so much in your life, someone who has loved you unconditionally. You know, and sometimes that isn't a person. Sometimes that has been your dog or cat or bird. Sometimes that has been a tree or the wind or the ground beneath your feet. Maybe that someone is the divine that you feel within or without. Take in that experience of being unconditionally loved and accepted exactly as you are, and turn that love toward yourself. Embrace yourself with those feelings of love and acceptance and kindness beyond measure. Bask in that feeling and say to yourself, may I be safe and protected. May I be happy and content. May I be healthy and whole to whatever degree possible. And may I experience a sense of well-being. And now, because you have built up this loving kindness for yourself, now you can expand your heart and expand that field of loving kindness for those closest to you in your life, the ones that you have greatest affection for. Say to them, may you be safe and protected. May you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and contented. May you be healthy and whole to whatever degree possible. May you experience the ease of well-being. And now that you have nurtured so much loving kindness for yourself and for the people you love the most, think of someone that you're having difficulty with. Someone you may not feel very friendly or kind toward. And remember that they are human beings, that they were once babies and children. And they also desire to be happy and safe. And so as best you can, picture them in your mind and say to them, may you be happy and protected. May you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and contented. May you be healthy and whole to whatever degree possible, and may you experience the ease of well-being. O wondrous love, O God of many names, we cry out in these troubling times. So many of us are struggling just to live, and others are struggling to be happy. We are fighting with each other, we are fighting with ourselves, and yet through your messengers, the autumn rains, the flowing rivers, migrating birds, and the countless people of goodwill, we are reminded that love has always been the most powerful force in this world, and we will not give into despair. We will not give into fear. We will not give up on each other. Amen. Blessed be.